America was so preoccupied with communism overseas, we didn't give much thought to the possibility of communism 90 miles away. In 1959, when Fidel Castro overthrew a Cuban dictatorship and marched into Havana, many Americans thought he was a genuine Democrat.
Bueno, ese fue un día muy grande, día de mucha alegría.
That was a great day, a day of great happiness. For us, the struggle represented a delivery of ourselves to the Cuban people. We were idealistic revolutionaries.
I think it was the winter of 59-60 that Castro paid a visit to the United Nations. At that time, we were aware of communists among his entourage, of communist influence on him, but we still held out the hope that he was properly briefed about it. He could be persuaded to remain a non-communist. As a matter of fact, although it's not, I think, widely known, an agency operative actually was sent up, identified as such, to meet him in New York and have a secret meeting with him to brief him on the communists in his own entourage. We were profoundly naive.
The Soviet Union was also uncertain about Castro. But if he could be wooed, the Soviets might have an important asset in America's backyard. During that same session of the United Nations, the Soviet premier, Nikita Khrushchev, saw an opportunity. Castro had been snubbed by a downtown New York hotel and had gone to stay in Harlem. Khrushchev paid him a visit. After he was deposed in the 1960s, Nikita Khrushchev recorded his memoirs on audio tape. And this is one of the audio tapes. There were 180 hours of them. They were taken out of the Soviet Union. They made their way to Time Incorporated. And Time ultimately gave them to the Russian Institute at Columbia University here in New York. They have never been heard publicly until now. On this one, Khrushchev remembers why he went to visit Castro.
I felt it would be better for me to make the first visit. This would underline our solidarity with Cuba, especially in light of the indignation and discrimination they were being subjected to. Secondly, the Cuban delegation was in Harlem, and the owner of the hotel was a Negro. By going to a Negro hotel in a Negro district, we would be making a double demonstration against the discriminatory policies of the United States of America towards Negroes, as well as towards Cuba.
Not long after that, Castro would declare himself a communist, and the Cold War would come to America's doorstep.